Here we go, Ron Nemi. Television title defense. Your main event here on IPW television. Mark Zout, your champ, against Frankie Capone.
Mark Zout comes to the ring with the audacity to mock Uptown Frankie Capone. You gotta love it, man. And he comes with his manager, Joe Zout, who comes there dressed as Cannon. This guy's either got a death wish, or he knows the one thing you can do is getting ahead of Frankie Capone.
Frankie Capone has a score to settle with Mark Zout. I'm sure they're going to get it on very early here, very hot and heated. Frankie Capone isn't going to waste any time with this kid. He knows he's got the experience. He might have the skill over this guy. Look at him going for the shit. Oh, and he slaps him right in the face and coming right at him, just like I said.
He slaps him right across the mush and takes it right to Mark Zout, who comes out with a beautiful hip toss and a big arm drag on Frankie Capone. Beautiful scoop slam. Your IPW television champion, Mark Zout, been hitting the WrestlePlex every single day, working on his fine craft. The IPW television champion, Mark Zout, taking it to another level. Kind of reminds me of the days when he was a member of the Curtain Jerkers with Rod Steele, a time in history that Rod Steele liked to forget. But the truth is, they were the IPW Tag Team Champions.
That's true. Frankie Capone definitely has a score to settle. When Pat McGroin beat Pat Powers for that television title, Mark Zout was the first one to come out for that immediate title shot. Frankie Capone got shafted on that one, he feels, so he's got this television title shot after beating JT Scarface last week here on IPW TV, and look at him chop Mark Zout right in the chest.
The winner of this match will be at the Palladium tomorrow night in Davie, Florida. They'll come into the building as the IPW television champion, and they don't care who they've got to take on. They don't care who they're in the middle of the ring with. All they're worried about is tonight. Mark Zout wants to walk out of that ring as your reigning and defending IPW television champion, Frankie Capone. He come into this with the game plan of walking out tonight with Cannon as the two-time, that's right, two-time IPW television champ.
They also want to go on to June 14th at the Expo Hall with that television title because of the exposure it will gain them. Obviously, both men have a very high prize to get here. Mark Zout down early on, your television champion, not looking very good early on, even though he is on quite a bit of a hot streak. Maybe holding on to that title longer than people thought. He beat Pat McGroin at Rage in the Cage 5, but he's got Frankie Capone to deal with right now, and it's not looking so good.
Mark Zout is finding out what it's like to be the hunted. He has been the hunter for so long here in IPW Hardcore Wrestling. Since he was the tag team champion with Rod Steele, he's been gunning for anybody and anybody with gold around their waist. I think I just said anybody or anybody.
You sure did. Oh, look at that power slam by Mark Zout. Zout might not be the most gifted athlete, but he's got luck and determination on his side. Who knows when that luck's going to run out, though, and look at that clothesline by Frankie Capone.
Frankie Capone, fresh off of his appearance on pay-per-view with NWA TNA. They knew talent when they seen it. Frankie Capone back at home right here in IPW. Not one of my favorite individuals, not one of the most popular guys in the dressing room, not liked whatsoever at 7-Eleven for reasons I can't discuss here. But as everybody knows, you want to hang and bang, you want to come and party, you want to come down to Club Wild, I guarantee you come there any day of the week. And the Uptown Frankie Capone and his sidekick Cannon, they're always there. I swear to God, I think they live there.
I think so too. Mark Zout getting it going early on. Oh, and another clothesline there by Frankie Capone to stop the offensive momentum by Mark Zout. Ladies and gentlemen, early on in the show, you heard Billy Fives and Scoot talk about each other. They'll be going at it for the IPW World title tomorrow night in Davie, Florida.
A huge match coming to the Palladium in Davie, Florida. Billy Fives, your IPW World Heavyweight Champion, defending against the former champion Scoot Andrews, the man that claims he's the leader of the Alliance of Defiance, even though Rod Steele also claims to hold the same position. Oh my God, look at the wicked chop right to the back of Mark Zout. Frankie Capone becoming the man that's making the back chop here famous in IPW.
Look at him, he's going to set him up for another, oh, right to the chest. Mark Zout getting it taken to him very early on. Another stiff chop there by Frankie Capone. Mark Zout giving him back just what he got. very excited here to be the television champ. He's just happy to be here. Is Mark Zout. Frankie Capone, look at him backing off. This is the first time I've seen him back off, but he's pulling Mark Zout in. And look, there's the experience factor there by Frankie Capone.
What the hell is Mark Zout thinking? He's the TV champion. Why do you go into the corner when the guy you just whipped into the corner is actually saying, hey, you, come here. No, seriously, come on over in the corner. No, I'm not. Honestly, man, come here. What are you thinking going there and getting absolutely leveled by the guy? Obviously, he's playing possum. Obviously, he's calling you in to reel you in for your demise. Mark Zout as the TV champion should know better.
If you're going to come in there, you got to have a game plan with a guy like Frankie Capone. He knows all the ins and outs. He's been around for a very long time. You see him choking there on that bottom rope, now picking him up. He's either going to try to finish him off, or he's going to be stupid about it, and he's just going to try to bring the clever into him because he hates this guy so much. He's got to keep his eye on the prize. Scoop slam there by Frankie Capone.
Frankie Capone, you're exactly right. He's not using his head. Instead of dropping him and hooking those legs for the pinfall combination to win the championship, he's too worried about putting the punishment on Mark Zout. And you see the fist drop, absolutely misfiring, coming off, missing Mark Zout, who's on fire, taking it to uptown Frankie Capone.
Oh.
Wow, holy God. Mark Zout with the drop kick, absolutely leveling Frankie Capone. I hate to sound surprised.
Oh.
Well,
He's been doing his squat thrust and his Hindu squats here at the Florida WrestlePlex. Definitely got it going, but he missed that one. Going to the well one too many times. Look at Frankie Capone with a boot right to the stomach. Going for the bareback or the jawjack or
the
whatever.
K5.
The K5. Booting him to the stomach to block it. Going for it again. Mark Zout blocking it. And they come in. Double K5. Both men are down.
Unbelievable double K5. Frankie Capone leveling the champion, but the champion hitting Frankie Capone with his very own finisher. Both men are out. Star Stevens counting them both down. He looks a little confused. I'm not sure he can get to 10, Mikey Tenderfoot. Frankie Capone with Cannon screaming to him. Mark Zout with Jones out at ringside. Get up, brother. You're the champion. Frankie Capone to his feet first. What's Cannon thinking?
Oh, my God. Kicking him with a super kick. Star Stevens says, go right ahead, Cannon. Kick him right in the face. And that's a disqualification. Very stupid move. Look at Frankie Capone taking it to Jobs out. Are they gonna, he's setting him up on the top rope. Cannon getting ready. He's gonna kick him right in the face. Oh my God.
Absolutely leveling Jones out. Cannon, very limber, very spry. Taking that leg and absolutely planting it on the side of the head of John Zout. Mark Zout, your television champion. What the hell? Pat McGroin obviously has a hell of a lot of issues still to settle with uptown Frankie Capone. I know he's no friend of Mark Zout, but his hatred for Frankie Capone actually causes him to come in and help the TV champion.
I can't believe this. This is a complete shock. Pat McGroin maybe trying to mend some fences here with Mark Zout. Very uncharacteristic of Pat McGroin. Now, it's just like Orndorff Hogan. Look at that clothesline. Just leveled him. He should have seen it coming.
Pat McGroin seems to actually be joining forces with uptown Frankie Capone and Pete Cannon. Are we seeing a new reformation of the double deuce? Look at that wicked chop, tearing apart the tender white flesh of Mark Zout, your IPW television champion, who's in the mat absolutely getting his face ground into the canvas. The referee, Star Stevens, thrown out, and here comes the Canadian strongman, Pat Powers.
Pat Powers here to save Mark Zout. Very loved by the fans here in IPW, and has a hatred for Pat McGroin and Frankie Capone. They've all been feuding for the television title for quite some time now. Pat Powers here to save the day.
Pat Powers, the 15-year veteran of this business, is not going to... What the hell are you doing, Pat Powers?
Oh, my God. Pat Powers turns his back. Fans, I apologize for the actions of Pat Powers. I cannot believe this. Oh, my God. What a shock.
I'm not going to be held responsible for Pat Powers or Frankie Capone or Cannon or McGroin. It looks like we have a new four-man member team of the Double Deuce. Cannon, your leader, with uptown Frankie Capone. We have three former television champions all forming together as one cohesive unit to destroy your television champion, Mark Zout. Frankie Capone looks awfully proud of himself.
With Cannon as the enforcer to this stable, who is going to stop this double deuce? Oh my, I'm absolutely shocked. I don't even know what to say. Pat Powers turning on Mark Zout after after just being beloved by the fans, being taken in by the fans of IPW, I'm just shocked, Ron Nemi. I don't know what to say.
Frankie Capone is sitting back watching the total annihilation of Mark Zout, the television champion, getting absolutely dismantled by Pat Powers, Pat McGroin, and Cannon sits back with that smug look on his face. Tomorrow night in Davie, Florida at the Palladium, Mark Zout, your television champion, will be there, but fans, Uptown Frankie Capone will be there as